Hello, my name is Jeff Parish, pastor at Indian Rocks at church, and I just wanted to, I don't know, just to take an opportunity just to encourage people in some different things. When you look at a time like what our world is going through, especially our country, there's always a lot of deflated hopes. There's always a lot of fear, the things that go on around us. And the one thing that I just sharing something personally, the one thing I have noticed in doing what I do, which is to be around a lot of people over the last few decades. The one thing I have learned is that everybody puts their hope in something. That is just what they do. I know that before I became a Christian, I'd put my faith and trust in sports and playing them and then following them. But then I remember is that whenever you put your hope in something that's temporary, you're going to start to have problems eventually because nothing, it seems, in this life is permanent. So when it's taken away, like now, when people have the threat of health and other things like that, they begin to become fearful and lose hope but in reality, it's kind of the world in which you and I live, and is that we were created for something permanent. Yet everything in this life is temporary. So in reality, we hope in things that that really at best are temporary. And so that just is one of the cool things when I take a look at is that during these type times is that you begin to think on, okay, there's got to be more, right? And that I can put my hope. And hope and trust, by the way, are twin sisters. So you don't really hope in something that you don't trust in. And when I use the word hope, I'm not talking about how we use it at times when we say, well, I hope so. That just is wishful thinking. A hope is something that you're trusting in the future. And depending on what you're trusting in will determine if that future will come to pass. But I've heard somebody say that, that we can go without food for several months. We can go without water for several days, as much as a week, maybe a little more. And we can go without air for about 4 minutes, but we can't go without hope for a second. There's something we have to be trusting in, because without it, you fall into despair. So that's really what I just wanted to talk to you about. When I became a believer in Christ, right, I put my faith and trust in Christ, and the hope that I have in the future is a permanent one. And so it gives me a lot of peace on the inside. There's a great verse in Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 11 that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future," and it says here, "and to give you a hope." All right? And then you will call upon me and come to and pray to me, and I will hear you. You will seek me, and you will find me when you seek me with all your heart. So there's when you take a look at this world around us, and you understand several things. You understand, first of all, that we were created. We know there's more. There's something about that the future is always in our minds. And not just a temporary future, but that which is beyond our own lifespans. Whether our lifespans are short or long, they make no sense unless there's something beyond it. And so you and I were created to think that way. So it just for me that God has made some promises. We understand that we live in a created world, and it's amazing that when you put your faith and trust in Him, and in who Christ is, what He came to do, in the gospel message, it gives you a hope. Therefore, in the future, and I'm not talking about hope so, maybe so, but because hope is based on trust, and then and whether it's secure or not depends on the one that you're hoping in or the one you're trusting in. So it just is a powerful thing. I just wanted people to understand, because the reason we have such fearfulness now is because people have put a lot of hope in temporary things. Therefore, when those temporary things are shaken, people freak out. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. There's a lot more to that and understanding what that means. And if you want to know more about hope, you can email me at it's real easy at Jeff at indianrocks.org. And then I'll either email you back, or you can call if you want to. That's the area code 727-595-3421. And but that's if you need anything. If you need prayer, if you have questions, but remember, the thing that carries us through tough times is the hope. The hope part is an amazing thing. It's a powerful thing. So if you have questions or just need prayer, we just want to reach out to those. You may be watching right now late at night. You may be watching just because you were curious. But either way, we would love for you to contact us if that's what you would like to do. And again, God bless and have a great day. All right.